In today's video, we are bringing you the highlights of our epic 100-day honeymoon adventure. That was our most memorable trip yet. There were moments we were scared, there were moments we were at the top of the world, there were moments we were angry, and there were moments we were just tired and wanted to give up as well. There was everything. Watch this whole video to find out how this entire adventure unfolded and how many countries we explored over these 3 months.
So we tied the knot in October 2018, and it was the most amazing day ever in our lives. We would never trade it for anything else. The link to our wedding video is in the description box if you want to watch that. As for our honeymoon, we had this crazy dream since the beginning of our wedding preps. That dream was to travel for a long period of time as we both love traveling. The goal was set. The objective was to have at least a 100-day honeymoon, something that will forever mark our new beginning. That was the plan, and for 1 year we wrote down which countries we wanted to visit, what to do, where to stay, how to budget, how to fund the trip, and so on. We had a lot of questions. We did not even know how we were gonna pull this off, but we took it step by step. It was exciting, but the most exciting, of course, was the trip itself.
Here it comes. Get ready for this epic journey. From our wedding in Mauritius, we flew to Malaysia to buy our camera gears, which essentially were an iPhone XS and a GoPro Hero 7. I had my existing Mavic Pro for aerial shots. After getting these, we flew to Bali, our first and main honeymoon spot.
Scary thing that happened on the first night itself was during our commute to our Airbnb. Our taxi driver was the most reckless driver we ever met. He was checking his phone while driving. Come on, who does that? Ultimately, he banked a motorcyclist and did not even care to stop. Just imagine this. It is the first day of our honeymoon and this happened, and we still had another 1 hour and 30 minutes of drive with this guy. We were scared to death, but we kept praying, and thankfully we reached our accommodation safely.
That said, the rest of the trip was on a more positive note. We spent 3 days in our luxurious villa where we were all over the moon, about our romantic candlelight dinner, our floating breakfast in the pool in the early morning, and just enjoying being on our honeymoon. On the other days, we explored the neighborhood of Ubud and the amazing Nusa Penida. We probably visited the best beach in our lives there, the astounding Kelingking Beach, where waves crashed like crazy on us. That was surreal. We had so much fun.
Next destination was Tokyo, where we stayed in a love hotel with a huge jacuzzi inside our bathroom. Romance at its best. Well, it's a love hotel. Surprisingly, the price was not as high as we thought, saving us some good bucks. Then we headed over to Okinawa, the place where you can find the longest living humans on Earth. Cool, right? Okinawa was not the most transport-friendly place for us. Initially, we planned to rent a car to move around, but we were astonished and angry that they rejected our Mauritian international driving license for reasons that is not recognized there. There wasn't much we could do. Having no car, we had to take the bus, and that eventually entailed us having to walk along 45 minutes uphill to reach our accommodation. We did only 15 minutes by foot, and we just couldn't take it anymore. We were stranded, but God knows best. He sent a kind lady and her daughter on our way to graciously ask if we needed help, to which we replied a resounding yes. They brought us to our motel, safely asking for nothing in return. How kind. Now about this motel. It was a rather unique motel, and our main highlight there was showering in the cold on an open rooftop. Check this out.
So we are on the rooftop of Spice Motel, and we are getting ready for our rooftop bath. Here it is. Ta-da! And this is the view.
Well, Thankfully, it was at night and no one could see us. Haha.
Our next destination would have been Malaysia, but we found a cheaper route through Bangkok, and hence we detoured there for 2 nights, eating some mango sticky rice and doing some shopping. Well, not me, Emily doing the shopping. Then we spent 1 week in Malaysia catching up with our beloved friends, colleagues and family members. The time was just too short to meet everyone. We just hope we had extended another week at least.
Then we flew to another paradise, the Maldives. Woohoo! That truly was paradise on earth, especially the romantic sandbank, where we had our small private island just to ourselves. We had so many nice memories from there. It was just amazing living on a small island with turquoise lagoons. Every day was breakfast and candlelight dinner by the beach.
Well, after Maldives, we had a quick stop in Singapore, swam at the Aerotel swimming pool for $18 while watching airplanes taking off, before taking our flight to Germany. Yes, we were going to Europe, where we met our longtime friends Rani and Jain, who are newlyweds too, by the way. Congrats, guys! They brought us to the best Christmas markets in Berlin and made us fall in love with glühwein and currywurst. We spent 1 week there before flying to Geneva.
Oh, Geneva was such a wonderful city. We took a lot of profile pic material, of course. One of the highlights was how kind people were. They were so helpful and generous. We even got a free entrance to a public bath, just because we were on our honeymoon. How surprising! We didn't expect that at all. And we were so grateful. I mean, how often do you get free entrances?
Another reason why we will never ever forget that place was that this was the only place in our lives so far where we saw dangling sausages and exposed watermelons for the first time together. In other words, naked people. We were used to seeing naked people of the same sex in Japan, but this was totally different. I guess it's something normal for them.
Anyway, then we headed off to France, a small village called Chevry, where we were house-sitting 2 lovely dogs of our beloved Mickey, a strong, energetic and passionate 86-year-old woman. That was one of the best experiences ever, having to care for them, feeding them, walking them every day and taking care of birds and a smelly cat too. Well, the poop was smelly, not the cat. On another day, we went on the mountains of Montjura, where the views were out of this world. It was a beautiful close to 2018.
And oh, by the way, if you're new to this channel, that's where we create a lot of content including travel guides and juicy travel tips, as well as sharing our adventures, like this one. If you love our videos, make sure to subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, hit that bell notification icon to be notified on all of our future videos. Also, if you would like to have details of our itinerary, where we stayed, which flights we took, and how much we spent in total, we have a free itinerary guide for you. Check out the link in the description box to get exclusive access. You will also get a special 3-part video series on how to plan such a trip. We started 2019 by exploring mostly Eastern Europe, starting off in Krakow, where we learned about the cruel history of the infamous Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp. These really opened our eyes to the torture upon the victims of the Second World War. We stepped into the gas chambers where there was the horrible mass killing of the Jews. It felt atrocious. We were sad to learn that more than 1 million Jews were executed right there. Totally unbelievable.
Our next destination was Budapest, with which we fell so in love that we decided to extend our stay there. Our main highlights there was visiting the iconic Budapest Castle, taking a dip in the thermal bath at Széchenyi with jacuzzis and water swirls. So much fun. It was like a mini water park with hot water while it was 5 degrees Celsius outside. Not to forget, we also ate the best cakes at Roosevelt Confectionery near Fisherman's Bastion and had one of the best views of Budapest at night. After Budapest, the next stop was Bratislava. Whilst we did not spend much time there, we had great food and we stayed at one of the nicest and most minimalistic Airbnb. The great thing about traveling to so many places is that you get to experience different styles of accommodation, and that kind of gave us an idea of the type of house we would ultimately want in the future.
Then we moved to Vienna, where we had our first experience going to an opera. More exactly, attending a ballet at the Vienna Opera House. In fact, you haven't been to Vienna if you haven't been to their operas. Yes, we know. You might think it must be expensive. Actually, tickets can go up to 250 euros. But here's the trick to some huge savings so that you don't go broke. Get standing room tickets, which cost 4 euros instead of 30 euros and above. Visiting Vienna would not be complete without going to their majestic cafes around the city, trying their Viennese coffee and delicious desserts. Just look at this. By the way, did you enjoy our adventure thus far? Do comment below your favorite part of the video and smash that like button and give us a small share to support our channel. Thank you very much.
In Prague, we just could not get enough of the braised beef in creamy sauce, red dumplings, klebiček, gingerbread man, and all their succulent desserts. That's the place where Calvin officially grew more horizontally.
Before our last destination, we had a quick stop in Munich, where we caught up with our dear friends, Jason and Teresa, who graciously accommodated us. Thank you guys, and congrats on the newly born Lucy.
As the famous saying goes, all roads lead to Rome. Our 3-month honeymoon trip had to end in the magical city of Rome. It was indeed magical, with the blue sky, the impressive Colosseum, the Vatican, and other historical buildings as well. We had a feast in Italy, trying all the pizzas, pastas, tiramisu, and the 100-year-old gelato. Giolitti, highly recommended. In Rome, we also met with our good university mate Emmanuel Muaka, who brought us around and accommodated us willingly.
Rome was the last stop. Did you get a count of how many countries we visited so far? Well, check out the free guide in the description box to get the exact number. We had already hit our 100th day in Munich, and the total number of days including Rome was 113. We finally achieved our dream. It was the best thing ever. But here's the thing. The saddest part is that we realized that after a while, we started to forget all these precious moments. All these very moments that shaped us. All these precious moments that we were so happy about during our honeymoon. I'm sure you might have had some similar experiences as well after returning back from a trip. It's only when you look at the pictures and the videos that you realize, wow, how much that you guys did. It's hard to remember everything, and we certainly did not want that. It's not about living in the past, but it's about remembering and being grateful for things that made you once smile, cry, learn, and grow. There is power in remembering. And that's the very reason why we decided to make this video on our first wedding anniversary. To remember how far we've come, and to smile looking back at those very memories. At the same time, we wanted to share this epic honeymoon adventure with you. We have a few more videos coming up soon about tips on how to plan for such a trip. Make sure to subscribe to be the first to know when the videos are up. Else watch our videos here, and please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. That would be the best anniversary gift for us. We hope that you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.